We're about to draw. Yeah, we're about to draw and present this weapon system from a point of position A of useless to a point of position B where that it is useful. And we're wanting to do that within obviously the fastest and most efficient way. But when I say draw faster and you do this over and over and over again, trying to race the metric of time, does it ever work out in your favor building good structured habit? Something that's very disciplined, something that's going to withstand and be sustainable for that grip that you're forming within from A to B. Yes or no? Do you think you just do 1,000 reps very, very fast and it'll just, or do you think you're going to form a ton of bad habits? Bad habits, right? Right. So the metric of this actual beep. Beep is how many letters in the word? 4, right? And one thing, because we talked about this before, anticipation is something that we all have ingrained into us. This stimulus of go is no different as your brain registers it as a stimulus of go of criminal behavior turned into gun being drawn on you, presented to you. It's an immediate go stimulus, right? That go stimulus, beep. How long do you think that beep is? Nailed it, right? 0.3, whether it's 0.25, we just round up, let's call it 0.3. What is 0.3 plus 0.2? If I put 0.2 on the part time, half second, right? One long half second. And by a show of hands, who's played red light, green light with their kids or themselves? Yeah. So red light, green light. What do you do when it goes red light? Stop. And what do you do when I say green light? Go. So when the beep starts, you're going. When the beep stops, you're freezing. You're stopping and you're going to assess where you're at within that metric of time of a half second, right? When I draw my weapon within a half second increment, what are the priorities within that first half second that I should absolutely get down? Where do you guys think you should be within that first half second of draw? Say it and I'm gonna walk through it.
Hand on gun, establishing a grip.
Okay, hand on gun and retention defeated. That's a whole half second? That's where you guys should be? If you wanted to standardize for your agency, being a chief of police, within the first half second, I want all my officers to at least be here.
I do think that.
Okay.
Is a good start.
As a good start, right? Then next half second, walk me through that process.
You're breaking the retention and orienting muscle.
Okay. Driving that elbow straight down.
Yep.
What am I doing with that support side hand?
Bringing it in.
Could I have done that in the first half second? Absolutely. So we've already found a step that we can be more efficient in. I'm not asking you guys to draw faster. I'm asking you to draw more efficiently within the time frame. So I'm giving you half seconds. On that first stimulus of beep, you are going to go as efficient as you possibly can within that time frame. And when that beep stops, you're going to stop. So to give you guys a quick demonstration of what this is going to look like, I'm dry and I'm going to run this through. Within that first half second, you guys can be on gun side or non-gun side. My target is that 1-inch dot. We're gonna be about 3 yards off target, 3 to 5. My target is that 1-inch dot and I'm clear. Let's see where I'm at within that first half second, anticipating that beep.
Stand by.
All right, Chief. Am I way ahead or way behind of what your expectation was within the first half second?
Way ahead.
And was I what we call melting? Was I moving past that beep or was I already presented within the half second?
It was pretty much right there.
Yes, but did I get up on the EP or the BE of beep? So the BE part of beep, right? And that's where the anticipation comes from. We need to be anticipating. We need to be efficient from moving from A, where the gun's useless, to B, where the gun is useful. Now, the man card drill. What's the standard from concealment, any level retention at 25 yards, C-zone size of target, whether the lights are on or off? 1.5. How many half second beeps is it going to take to get me to 1.5? 3 blasts. I'm already up, presented, trigger is prepped to wall, and I'm on target within the first half second. Now, how much time on the back end do I have to refine that information I'm about to execute on? Refine the fundamentals that I'm about to execute on the information. A whole second. That's what we're trying to do here, guys, is one, as a chief of police, definitely looking at, all right, we're running triple retention. Ask yourself why. Because within the first half second, if your officers are fumbling around and don't even have the gun, out of the holster, or at least the retention defeated, like you had stated, that's a problem, right? Because your reaction, is it ever beating my action? Never, right? And how you can actually find that out, you will never beat the second beep on that par timer, ever. As soon as you hear that second beep, like when we move into the command drill, if it's set at 2 seconds, you will never be 2 seconds, right? Because you're reacting to an action that you're having to process, and the delay is there. All right, now all the way through, you guys will hear that sear disengage, and I will break that shot. When I'm doing this dry fire, as you guys can do all at home, this is what you guys can do. First half second,
Stand by.
that was super anticipated. From there, I have a whole second. Prep, prep, prep. I'm at my final limit of advance on that trigger. Break the shot, no movement in the dot. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, my RDS guys? Good thing. One more time.
Stand by.
How much time did I have to settle that dot, prep the trigger all the way through? Only a half second that time, right? Because of a fumbled draw. So, things to consider. One more time.
Stand by.
All right, and you can notice a lot of things. My guys with the occluded dot, no different. You can notice a lot of things when you guys are processing what that dot is doing. If it's settled when that sear disengages, that shot breaks, great. You didn't disrupt the sights as you broke the shot. Now load up and make ready, and we'll actually see if it's accountable or not. Step over here again. I'm gonna have you guys diagnose what I could be doing more efficiently within my draw stroke. So just like the trigger, how we have a shooter and an observer, I'm gonna have you guys diagnose me on what I could be doing more efficiently in order to get this gun from point A where it's useless to point B where it's now useful. Watch my economy of motion on these beeps, this first half second beep. Tell me what I can be doing more efficiently.
Stand by.
What could I do more efficiently? Yep, this hand never moved. Support side hand never moved. When did I start initiating movement to the gun?
The last part that you
Almost at P, if not behind. Exactly, great observation. Now, another demonstration.
Stand by.
Okay, both hands moved that time. I got up on the BE of beep, but what didn't I do? Is this gun still useless?
Yes.
My intent is definitely there, so my safety would be off. I don't have a safety on this striker fired gun, but is the finger ready to go on the trigger? Am I ready to start prepping, ready to target? No. What do I need to do in order to start prepping, ready to target?
Drop that elbow down.
Drop that elbow. That's why we talked about within our draw stroke. As soon as that gun comes out of the holster, we're dropping elbow, feeding hand, driving straight out. All right. Again.
Stand by.
Okay, I started dropping elbow, but where did my hand, my non-dominant side hand go? To a useless point, right? And we see this a lot in law enforcement. I see a lot in civilians. It's going somewhere where it represents home that I'm now going to have to leave to go find what is actually home, the support side hand of the gun. All right, enough of that. Now let's load up and we'll test this on 1-inch dots. Beep starts, you start. Beep stops, you stop. Freeze and assess. You guys learned based off of the matchstick drill where your mechanical offsets are. You now have a larger size of target, still 1 inch. Still need to account for that mechanical offset, my RDS guys.
Good.
Yep.
All three.
Let's do the first one.
Stand by.
Second one. All right, so that was a 3-step, very comfortable, very efficient. What did you guys see? Because Ryan gave you a long half second, that first half second, to actually evaluate where I was at. The gun came out, hands moved simultaneously to the gun, so I had 2 hands on the gun. The gun was then leveled out, and the trigger was what? Prepped to wall sooner rather than having to do it faster once I'm at full presentation. So the next half second was what? Because I'm down here. Next half second was what? Presenting out to my refined sight picture, creating that sight alignment where I needed to call home for that dot to be. From there, I just add steady pressure and find what? Now that we understand how our triggers work.
That's
We
point
find-
that thing.
Yes, the limit of advance, right? I'm a 2-count gun. I found stop 1. I know it goes bang on stop 2. All right, another demonstration. Now that I've put rounds in one 1-inch circle, I'm moving to the next one.
Stand by.
All right, that one. How much more time did I have to prep while the gun was fully presented and information was already connected to what I intended to engage? A whole second to refine, settle, make sure I'm going through my checklist of fundamentals to then execute on the information I'm presenting to. This is a demanding drill. We're going to do this at 3 yards, then we're going to work up from there. You guys will be receiving more beeps to follow that third beep. If you're not there after the third beep, you'll get a fourth one to get there. If you're not there after the fourth beep, you'll get another one to get there. If you've already broke a shot at the third beep, most of you guys will, you're just going to continue to apply the fundamentals, the follow-through steps, and engaging the same circle. Sound good?
Hey, my name is Matt Cashin, Chief of Police, Franconia PD, President of Specialized Training Solution, and an Atlas team shooter. We just got done today with Achilles Heel Tactical doing their performance pistol class. It was absolutely phenomenal class. Rick does a really good job of quantifying success and putting some science behind the training so it's measurable and so you can achieve and get better and better. Sweet. My father was a state trooper for 26 years in New York State Police, so I always thought of it as a possibility of a career path for myself. It wasn't the plan starting off, but it turned out to be a good fit for me. I've been a firearms instructor for most of those years, and that's really where my passion is, right? Making the guys on the job better at what they need to do. For years and years, we've had such static training. We've had training that meets a bare minimum, but we are starting to see people take more accountability with the addition of red dot sights going onto these guns, with the addition of just the world in general, what's going on in society. The standard needs to be raised. The bar has to be raised for law enforcement and the communities that we serve. And frankly, we have to be better. And the only way we're going to get better is with trainings like this, right? That hold us to a measurable, accountable standard to improve our proficiency. Big takeaway for me today was it's easy to get on a shot timer and see if you can beat a time, right? But if you were to take the par times and really set your cadences to get very measurable sets and then push those measurable sets to a little bit quicker, a little bit better, a little bit more accurate, to find out where you actually are, to then you can push that improvement with measurable times and success that you can write out. I thought that was huge today. I see a lot of guys that just want to push that gun as fast as they can, right? And so they want to get on that gun and see if they can beat this time, see if they can beat a sub-second draw, see if they can do all this fancy stuff. And they might do it once and think they're Billy Badass, but can they do it 10 times in a row, like Rick was saying today? Can he make that a normal thing? And I really enjoyed seeing people's success on that. I said it was pretty sick. It was a really good day of training. I said you got to take one of these classes if you ever get a chance to. It's just an eye-opener and a half. It doesn't matter how much law enforcement training, doesn't matter how many classes you take. I've done a lot of this stuff through the years, but I took an enormous amount out of this class, and I would strongly encourage anybody to get to one of these if they have the opportunity.